Hi, my name is Alicia, but most people call me Leesh. Today I'm going to be ranking Cuphead bosses from easiest to most difficult. This is my personal opinion. I've played this game quite a few times, done some challenge runs, and I've got the PS5 Platinum Trophy, so I've played this game enough to know my stuff. But obviously this is just down to opinion, so if you disagree or agree, let me know in the comments below. Let's get into this. So Root Pack, really easy for me. I think these are all in the baby mode. Pretty simple. I would also put Goopy Legrand in a baby mode too. Hildeberg, however, I think she's quite difficult as a World 1 boss. And as a plain level, she can still cause me trouble even to this day. Cagney is a decent challenge. Nothing too crazy. Honestly, you know what? Easy to master. There's not too much going on with Cagney that's going to throw you off, in my opinion. Similarly, neither is Ribby and Croaks. Pretty easy to understand. The final phase might throw you off, but overall, an easy to master fight. Alright then, quick segue into World 2. Start with Baroness von Bonbon. I feel she's easy to master. There's not too much going on. The RNG might throw you off with certain treats that come at you, but as a whole, I don't think she's one of the more difficult bosses in this game. Beppy, however, I would be tempted to put Beppy. I think he's difficult, you know. Especially the later half of his stages really ramps up the difficulty, especially if you already lost some lives. It can really come down to getting that final shot in. So yeah, I'm going to throw him there. Similarly, RNG wise, I'm also putting Jimmy the Great there. Not really got too much to say about him, but yeah, I think he's difficult. Grim Matchstick, we don't even need to talk about that. He's in hell. If you understand this game, if you've played this game, if you've heard about this game, you've heard about this dragon, I don't need to tell you anything else. It is hell. It's beautiful hell, but it's hell. Wally Warbles, for me, decent challenge, easy to master. Once you understand the mini version of him, you'll be fine. And the first couple of phases can catch you off guard and be a little bit tricky because they're in a plane, but for the most part, you're golden. On to World 3, Rumour Honeybottoms. Ooh. To me, Rumour Honeybottoms is difficult. I can understand to some people she would be welcome to hell. I have a lot of friends that have quit the game because of her. But once you understand her, once you know what to do, she's a walk in the park pretty much. Briny Beard, easy to master, same as Sally. Nothing really too much to say about those. They're good fights, but they're not really difficult. Werner Werman, or is it Werner Verman? I don't know how you say his name. I think he's slightly more difficult, just because there can be a lot more going on in his fight, a lot more things on screen to keep track of. So I think he's a decent challenge, nothing too crazy. Segue that, however, into when we're going from nothing too crazy, this is literal hell, and then difficult. That robot, I don't even want to have to tell you how many hours I invested in fighting that robot. The first couple of phases of his robot, they are disgusting, and I don't like them. And then when he's like half robot, half human, he's kind of fine to deal with. You just gotta be good at dodging in the plane, so it's still hard, don't get me wrong, but oof, those first couple of phases, yeah, welcome to hell, baby. Calamaria, I'm gonna go decent challenge for her. Nothing too crazy, but the later half of her fights can catch a lot of people off guard. When she turns kind of into like a Medusa, and she like turns you to stone, yeah, you're gonna be scared. Alright, final one of World 3, we've got the Phantom Express. We've got 4 phases here to talk about, and I don't think they're too crazy, if I'm being completely honest with you. Phase 1, nothing much going on, baby mode. Phase 2, if you have enough self-awareness, baby mode. Phase 3, easy to master, a little bit harder, a little bit more awareness needed. And then phase 4, decent challenge. Nothing too crazy with the train. Those 4 might be very controversial placements, let me know. But I don't think the train's too hard, personally. Alright, and then we move into the Devil's Casino. And we've got the pre-King Dice board members. Starting with the Tipsy Troupe. Okay, don't bully me too much. I actually find them quite difficult. If I can avoid them, I definitely do. Whereas Chips Bettigan, pretty easy to master. RNG, will affect you if you're not using Smoke Bomb, but it's nothing too crazy. Mr. Wheezy, 100% baby mode. In my opinion, that's one of the easiest ones out of this list before you fight King Dice. Pip and Dot, I think they're easy to master. Once you know where the projectiles are going to go, you just gotta learn to jump and dodge. Nothing crazy. Alice in Wonderland and that White Rabbit, get away from me. Difficult. Do not like you. When the card things to parry go upwards, I'm fine. When they go downwards, no, thank you. No. Fear Lap, the little like horse. I'm gonna put in decent challenge. If there wasn't things blocking the foreground at times, I think I'd put him easy to master. But the foreground obstacles kind of messing with your periphery and what's going on, I think makes it a bit harder. Mr. Chimes, not a fan of you either. Try and dodge that as much as I can too. It's a cute concept, and I like the backdrop of it. I'm not gonna choose to fight him. If I can avoid it, I will. And then for the 8-ball, we've got baby mode. I think this one's pretty easy. Followed by Piruletta, easy to master. If you're using Smoke Bomb, however, baby mode, so easy. If you want a way to defeat her quickly, Smoke Bomb. Smoke Dash everywhere you can. Progressing onwards to King Dice himself, I think he gets overhyped in my opinion in terms of the casino, and I think he is a decent challenge. I don't think he's too crazy. If you know how to parry, you know how to jump, and you know how to dash, you're not going to struggle with him. At first, you'll be like, oh, he's quite hard, and then you'll be like, whatever. Whereas the Devil, to me, the Devil, I think is difficult. A lot more going on with the Devil. The gimmick about King Dice is you've got all these bosses prior to him, and then you've got to survive him. But if you just fought him on his own, I don't think he'd cause you trouble. Whereas the Devil definitely does. Okay, and then switching to the chess pieces, we're going to go... These are from the DLC, by the way. The pawns, actually a decent challenge. The Knight, also, pretty difficult. Bishop was baby mode. The Rook, easy. And the Queen, easy. Nothing too crazy with those. And we're nearly there, folks. The final hurdle, the DLC main bosses. We are starting off with Glumstone the Giant. I really like him. I think he's cool. Decent challenge, just because of certain phases in it. The puppet hand phase, oh, love it. It's so creative, it's so cute, love it. Decent challenge for him. We then switch to the Moonshine Mob, so there's 4 parts to this. I believe that the spider, easy to master. The other spider, the girl spider, is she a spider or is she like a fly? Whatever this girl is, she's baby mode. Once you figure her out, easily avoidable. This guy, however, Mr. Aardvark, difficult. Struggled with him a good couple of times. A lot to analyze and understand with him. And then Mr. Snail, look at him. Little baby mode. Like, if he was a boss on his own, he'd be such a joke. But I like the gimmick of him. If you fought this boss, you'll know what I mean. The gimmick when he appears is very, very funny. It's a very good troll. Good job, Studio MDHR. Following that, we have the Howling Aces, or the little doggos. For phase 1, I'm going to go decent challenge. A lot to weigh up, but it's not too crazy. The little dogs, easy to master. If you weren't, like, stopping the plane from, like, going off the edge of the map, it'd be baby mode. But because you're controlling the plane and dodging the letters, I'm going to put in easy. This lady, however, ooh, she's going in hell. I'd be tempted to put her in difficult, but honestly, the amount of times she's thrown me off is actually unbelievable. Like, I'm good when the screen is where it's supposed to be, but you flip that upside down, you flip it on its side, my sense of direction is completely thrown off. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten to final phase, full health, happy as oh, know what I'm doing, excited, and then she comes, flips the screen and ruins my day. So, she's in hell. Following that, we got Mortimer Freeze, 3 phases to this. Phase number 1, to me, easy to master. Phase number 2, honestly, phase number 2 I think is easy to master as well. A bit more projectiles going on, more to take into account. You'd be good with your dodges or your rolls. But then the final phase I think is a decent challenge. A lot more going on. You've got to be aware of where you're jumping, where you're landing, what things are parryable, what things are not. You've just got to be more self-aware of things in this phase than you are in the previous ones, that's all. Esther Winchester. She's definitely difficult. A lot going on in her fight. From phase 1 all the way to the end, there is something going on in that fight that you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get hit unless you've really memorized the patterns like some of us have done. Yeah, she's hard. She's still someone that could throw me off to this day, even though I've played this game a bajillion times. Alright, last 2 to go. So we've got the Angel and the Devil, and I'm going to put them as a decent challenge. Once you know what to do, like a lot of these bosses, once you figure out how to play Cuphead, a lot of these bosses can become really easy, but in terms of general, like, first couple of times experiences, I think they're a decent challenge, even if you've got, you know, your smoke bomb or whatever on. Still difficult. And then finally, the big baddie himself, Chef Saltbaker, definitely a welcome to hell. That boss keeps me on edge from beginning to end. I don't get a chance to breathe with this boss. I don't get a moment to think. You kind of just have to go in and hope your reflexes do what your brain's telling them. A very complex final boss, but I really enjoy him. I think he's one of the best boss fights in the entire game. And yeah, a brilliant way to round out the DLC. So that was my list. I hope you enjoyed it. If you agree, disagree, whatever, please let me know in the comments below. I'm down to hear opinions. Please like this video as well, and drop me a subscribe if you can. Every subscription helps, and that means you'll be able to see my next videos whenever they go live. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!